Hey, what's up you guys? I hope you're all having an amazing day. My name's Bailey and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the party girl aesthetic, the drugs, the alcohol, the whole college shebang. I feel like we don't talk about the influence of social media on addiction enough. And there's been this huge rise in the feral rat girl, the party girl, influencer type B, and it definitely has a long history of culture in our society, but I just wanted to touch on some of the trends that I've been seeing right now and how it's negatively impacting your life and holding you back from your full potential. Trigger warning, I'm not a therapist and we're going to be talking about drugs and addiction and a lot of triggering stuff. If you're sensitive to that, please click out of the video. If you're not super sensitive to that, just understand that I am not a therapist. I'm not licensed to be giving anyone advice about how to overcome addiction. I'm just speaking out of my personal experience. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there. I wouldn't be able to come on here and tell you all that partying is going to ruin your life and be your mom if it did not, in fact, almost ruined my life. I'm just gonna give a quick little brief backstory. If you don't want to listen to it, skip to whatever time I have here, but I think it's pretty important to know where I'm coming from, my qualifications here, to tell you that this is not you, babe. Also, let's use ruin lightly, because realistically, I was able to come back from it. It wasn't detrimental, but like it held me back from my potential. So it wasn't doing anything positive. It wasn't actually, without this experience, I would not be the person that I am today. I wouldn't have been able to grow. It also held me back from growing because I was stuck in toxic cycles, but also I got to learn from that. So, you know, that was part of my journey. That was supposed to be part of my journey. I don't regret it. I'm just happy that I have moved on. I'm still moving on. It's not easy. It's not easy. But quick little backstory, I've been smoking since I was like 15, like marijuana, e-cigarettes, all that good stuff. I moved to a new city whenever I was 18, had no friends, I was super lonely, and I was on my phone 24/7. Just seeing everyone partying, all the party culture, Alex Earl was on the rise, and I felt even more lonely, and I felt like I was supposed to be doing these things. Mind you, at the same time, I was smoking weed like morning to night just to numb any negative emotions I had. I already had, obviously, a substance abuse issue at this point, but then I met some friends, and no hate, no blame on these friends. Actually, a lot of them came with me to leave the addictive lifestyles that we were living. Truly love them the most, but I met some friends and they were so cool in my eyes. They introduced me to partying and drugs and drinking, and it got to the point where I was binge drinking multiple times a week. I was doing drugs, hard drugs, multiple times a week, and it was super unhealthy. I dropped out of university, I got a job, I quit my job, I was unemployed, and I was just living this addict lifestyle. I didn't feel good about myself, but I felt accepted by the community around me, and I was comfortable. I was so comfortable. I've left that part of my life in the past, but it is still an active thing that I am moving on from. It's hard, you know? And social media played a huge freaking role in validating my feelings towards living this lifestyle that was not doing anything good for me. There is so much cultural influence around partying and drug abuse that I don't know when it all began, but for me, Kate Moss, she is the founding father of glamorizing drug abuse in my experience. She is our 90s, early 2000s icon. I'll give it to her. It takes skill to make doing heroin into an aesthetic, but she did that. I feel like we all know the TikTok audio that's like, she's Kate Moss. She's a rock star trapped in a supermodel's body. Yeah, it's a lot less cute to be an addict whenever your job isn't to look real thin on a runway, okay? Let's get that straight. I feel like collectively as a society back in the 2000s, we were kind of like, late 2000s, 2010s, we were like, smoking is bad for you and drugs are kind of bad for you. So let's move on. Let's move on from that. Bam! Tumblr era. Grunge, and it's touch my butt and buy me pizza, and it's flannels, and it's vaping, and Tumblr. Tumblr made me feel like it was okay to wear 3-day-old clothes and eat greasy food all the time and like be smoking my vape, and I thought that was hot. That sounds like mental illness to me. And well, it also made me feel like mental illness was okay. I'm just gonna leave that there. Fast forward, present moment, 2021, 2022, 2023, TikTok. I think that there are two main influences on the substance abuse community on TikTok right now. One, Alix Earle aesthetic. Two, Lily Rose Depp aesthetic. Now, I am not shaming either of these women. I think that they are gorgeous. I think that they are doing their job. I'm not here to tell them what to do. Respect. But they are putting out an influence. They are capital I influencers. And that influence is making substance abuse look cute, okay? Alix Earle, feral rat girl, like clubbing, Miami, out until 6 a.m. Lily Rose Depp, smoking a cigarette on a terrace, you know, drinking wine. Cigarette smoking is not cute. I do not condone cigarette smoking. I was a cigarette smoker, and you do not want that, okay? You know what you don't see whenever you see someone smoking a cigarette on TikTok? You don't see that their teeth are getting yellowed and their breath stinks. Their breath smells like cigarettes. Anyways, the difference between these influencers living these very curated, well, Alix Earle isn't super curated, it seems very candid, but living these party girl lifestyles where they're going out all the time, they're drinking all the time, they're smoking, they're doing whatever they want, is that we aren't getting paid to do this, okay? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not getting paid. I'm losing money going to the club. I'm actually like waking up the next morning and not able to accomplish the tasks that I want to do because I'm hungover. Babe, you deserve better. You deserve better for yourself. The issue with social media is that it shows you everything that you want to see. Whenever you're going partying, you're living this lifestyle, your algorithm is going to pick up on that, and they're going to feed you these reinforcers that make you feel like it's a good thing, that it's okay, that it's normal to be living this lifestyle, but it's not. Social media is going to reinforce any rut that you fall into. Aside from partying, if you're experiencing issues with eating, you have an eating disorder, it's gonna keep feeding you stuff that's going to make you want to continue having disordered eating. It doesn't show you what you need to hear, it shows you what you want to hear. That's the algorithm, baby. And it's comfortable. It's really comfortable to be living like this. It's hard to like move out of that, especially whenever there's so much cultural influence around it. Your friends are partying. Everyone online seems to be partying. It's in the movies. It's everywhere. Genuinely ask yourself how you feel. How do you feel? Do you feel like the best version of yourself? Probably not. And I know you know the adverse effects of partying just as well as I do, just as well as anybody else does, because it's on the cigarette packages. Did you do the DARE program? We know. We know that drinking causes liver failure. We know this stuff, and we continue to self-sabotage and continue to do it out of comfort. And babe, it's time to get uncomfortable. The thing is, your future's coming one way or another, hopefully. Not guaranteed, but like, for the sake of this video, it's coming one way or another. So are you gonna plan for it and take action to create a better, brighter future, and consider that you are going to have feelings, you are going to exist in the future, and that future depends on the decisions you make right now? Or are you going to continue living in this cycle that is not feeding your future anything positive? You're spending all your money at the bars, like, we're done with that. You deserve a chance to flourish. You deserve to get out of this negative environment. You deserve to give yourself the space to grow. It's gonna be hard, and I know it seems like nobody else has to go through this and nobody else has these issues with going out all the time and blah, 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 blah. They do. It's just time to accept that, you know, it's your time, baby. It's your time. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see a video on exactly how I overcame the addiction lifestyle that I was living, let me know in the comments below, as well as any other videos you want to see from me, because I want to hear from you, my loves. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, angels.